everyone, welcome to my 16-week pregnancy update. Baby is 15 centimeters this week, so baby is about the size of an avocado, which is quite cute to think about. An avocado would fit into my hand, and baby has already all his body parts, arms and legs, and it must be really cute, but baby has to stay in my belly for quite a little bit of time. Now, I didn't gain any weight this week. I'm still at about 57 kilos, and it's probably due to a stomach bug. Now, I didn't know if my symptoms were because of the stomach bug or just pregnancy related, but one day I fainted when I walked from the bathroom to my bed, and I really started to worry if this would affect my baby. So I called my midwife and I described all my symptoms, and she was like, yep, that's a stomach bug, but it won't affect your baby. Baby is safe, but it will take quite a long time to recover from this when you're pregnant. And by the way, fainting was a really weird experience. It only happened once before in my life when I was about 12 years old, I think. And I walked from the bathroom to my bed and I suddenly felt very weird. I just felt like my body was shutting down. And a few moments later, I regained my consciousness and I was on the floor. But I had no idea on what floor I was and how I got there, and I couldn't move. So that was so strange. And it also seemed like a long time that I couldn't move, but I'm sure it was just a few seconds. So then I could move again, of course, and I got into my bed, and then I noticed that I was bleeding just below my eyebrow. So later that day I went to the doctor's office to check if there were any stitches needed. And luckily there were no stitches needed, but I taped it really well together with 2 of these plasters. I only have one left now because they had to stay on until they would come off by themselves, and one already came off, and I think I can remove this one too now. At first I wanted to glue it together, but because the muscles around here move so much, they thought plasters were better. So they taped it really well together to prevent a scar, and apart from this I only have a few bruises, so nothing serious luckily. I had a craving this week for apples, so I ate a lot of apples and they tasted really good. And I still have the same non-food aversion. I still don't like to be kissed. So I'm still feeling sorry for my husband, but I really don't like it. And I think that's because I'm still a little bit nauseous, mostly at night or in the morning when I wake up. Now, I wake up every night at around 4:30, and I think that's because of my bladder, because my bladder is really full by that time. And I'm also really thirsty. But after I go to the bathroom and drink some water, I usually can't go back to sleep. So I just lay in bed awake for about an hour or so. And then my husband's alarm goes off because he has to go to work. And by that time I usually get up too and have some breakfast, play some games on my phone. And after that I usually manage to sleep another few hours. And I also sometimes take naps in the afternoon. But no matter how much I slept this week, I stayed very tired. And I think that's normal when you're pregnant and you have a stomach bug. But I managed to get some walks in, so I went outside for a few times for a small little walk. And I don't know about you, but when I'm sick, I have all these dramatic thoughts, like I start to wonder, am I dying? Or will I ever feel like myself again? But of course I will, I know that, but that's just how my mind works when I'm sick. Very weird, I know. But of course I know I will feel better soon, I just have to be patient. Now, one last symptom that I can mention for this week is that my skin is still quite dry, especially my hands and legs. But it's not as bad as a few weeks ago, so it has improved a little bit, so that's very good. So I guess that's all for this week's symptoms. So I will include a belly shot, and I will see you again next week. Bye!